So, last year I made a video doing the unthinkable. I defended Chris Thorndyke. And honestly, I expected my comment section to hunt me down with pitchforks. For literally 2 decades, Chris has been the ultimate punching bag of the Sonic fandom. The rich, whiny kid who stole the spotlight from the blue blur. But here we are in 2026. A year has passed since we broke down how the Four Kids dub completely ruined his character by cutting out his entire psychological backstory. So the real question is, has the fandom actually cooled down, or is Chris Thorndyke still universally hated in 2026? Let's talk about it. Just to get everyone up to speed, the core of my argument last year was that Chris isn't actually a poorly written character. He's a poorly translated one. If you only watched the Four Kids English dub growing up, you saw a spoiled, selfish brat who literally threw a tantrum and trapped Sonic on Earth so he wouldn't lose his favorite living toy. But if you look at the original Japanese version, the show paints a totally different, honestly tragic picture. His CEO dad and actress mom were gone for months at a time, trying to buy his love with expensive gifts instead of actual presents. That heartbreaking, cut flashback of toddler Chris being left in the dark created a core belief that he had to be perfectly behaved just to be loved. When he stopped Sonic from leaving in the Season 2 finale, it wasn't selfishness. It was a full-on psychological breakdown of a terrified kid reverting to toddler logic because his light was being ripped away. When you look at it that way, letting Sonic go at the end wasn't annoying. It was the single bravest thing he ever did. After putting that video out, I noticed a massive shift in how people talk about him. We're seeing a wave of sub versus dub reevaluations. More and more fans are going back to watch the original Japanese cut of Sonic X, and the consensus is changing. People are finally realizing, oh wait, he's not a bad character. Four Kids just sanded off all his edges. In 2026, the internet loves a nuanced character retrospective. We've seen it with prequels, we've seen it with misunderstood villains, and now we're seeing a mini Chris Thorndyke redemption arc in the community. But let's be totally real for a second. First impressions die incredibly hard. Even with all the psychological context in the world, a lot of fans just cannot shake the trauma of hearing him scream
You can go!
50 times an episode. Yeah, a bit, but the type of hate has changed. It went from genuine, toxic frustration to more of a playful, inside joke meme. In 2026, you're allowed to find him annoying while still recognizing that his actual narrative arc is one of the most mature, compassionate looks at childhood trauma the Sonic franchise has ever attempted. He's no longer viewed just as a writing flaw. He's viewed as a victim of bad localization. But hey, that's just what I've been seeing in the forums. I want to know where you stand now. Did the deep dive change your perspective, or are you still skipping his scenes on a rewatch? Oh yeah, rewatching that show is what I'd really recommend. Thanks for listening to my yapping, and I'll see you in the next one.